Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. So, today we actually have some questions that we need to go through. So, let me switch on over to. Um, 1 second here. There we go. Boo boo boo. Do do do. Do do do. Okay. Can everyone still hear me? Yeah, it looks like it. Look good on my end. Okay. So, first I got a question on how to. Let me see if anyone. Nope. Okay. So I got a question on how you do multiple screens on Premiere. So how you have kind of 4 videos playing at once. So I have this pulled up here. It's just the some footage from our release videos for computer systems and programming. So what we're gonna do is I will just make I have all these different video clips here. So I'll make let me make sure to turn on my desktop audio. So I have these videos, and if I make a new sequence, I have this video now on my timeline and in my sequence. Oh, okay. Y'all can hear that. I'm going to turn my stuff down so that it's not too loud. Yeah, I'm going to turn it down a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty loud. So, yeah, this is just you can see the clips I have. So this would be one video that I have right here. I can just pull in another one. Just so now I have 2 on top of each other. I can see, I'm actually gonna mute this for a sec. I can see that or right now I can only see the top video. This one right here. I cannot see this one. So if I want to see one of them, the one on the bottom, I have to move it in here. So if I double click on here, so I'll do that again. I got this video right here, I'm highlighted. I double click on it, and now I can move it. So now I can make it smaller, bigger, and so say I wanted to put 2 screens, I can have one right here, up in the top left. We'll even make it a little bit smaller. And then we'll click on this other one, and then we'll be editing that one, and we'll make that one smaller. And boom. So now we have these 2 kind of videos that will both play at the same time. So you see there, if I press play, you can't hear it because I turned off the audio, but you'll see it transition to the next slide. See if I can, there we go. So then you'll see them both change at the same time because they're the same video. But so if you need to have 4 videos going at once, you would just keep that pattern going. Now, so this video that I have here, I just deleted that, is matched with this audio. So you can see they're kind of the same length, but you don't know exactly where they match. And you could zoom in and try to figure it out. So like this is obviously recorded at lower decibels, so it's somewhere around there. Like you can kind of see that it matches. You can see the spikes together. Instead of trying to eyeball it or even zooming up really close and trying to figure it out, the better thing to do is, as long as you have some sort of clear start, like you clap at the beginning or something like that, what you can do is right click, and then you can do synchronize. So if you just go to audio and then you're going to track channel 1, you'll see that this clip will jump back a little bit, and you'll see that all the spikes kind of line up. And so now the audio, if I were to turn it back on, I'll turn it on for a second, is me talking at the same, oh wait, I didn't turn it on. So now you can hear me talking over myself. Turn that off. But it's matched. Oops. Okay, there we go. So now the sequences are matched. So obviously this audio clip doesn't have a video portion of it, so you couldn't match it using the video. But since you clap at the beginning of the clip or something, you can synchronize them off. And you can do the same with multiple videos too. So, or with multiple clips. So I have 3 clips here now. These are all from, so let me move this so that you can see all of them. This is me recording one of our videos. This is the actual camera. This is the OBS of my computer. And then this bottom one is the audio clip. And so you can merge, or you can make all of these line up. You just highlight them all, right click, synchronize. You choose what track to do it, so either 1 or 2, and you can just leave at 1. It doesn't really matter. But then it'll find where the clap is on all of them, and it'll zoom in on it, and it'll line it up. So if you see, we clapped right here, and yep, you can even see me clap in the video. Clap, boop, boop, boop. So now all of these clips are lined up and the same exact audio, because one was the audio from my laptop, one was the audio from this H6 right here, and the other was the audio of the camera. But since everything was recording audio, I can synchronize the videos together because the videos are linked to the audio. And if you ever want to unlink them, you just right click and unlink. It depends on what you're doing if you really want to unlink it. So that's how you would do. Let me check something real quick. Make sure we're still good. Okay. So that's how you line up the audio. This is how you line up the video. You just gotta make sure you click on one of these videos, and then you'll be able to move around that video into the space you want. It's kind of hard. There are a couple of guidelines you can show. So I think if you press this plus button, and then you press this, or if you move it onto your board, and then you can add the safe margins. Kind of helps, not really. It's up to personal preference, but you make them all the same size, and then you'll be able to see this clip, and if you had, say, 2 more in these black areas, and then you can run the sound at the same time if you're trying to match them. Now, if you're doing music, it gets a little bit more complicated, because if all of these are different tracks to music, then you're going to have different start times, and the claps are going to be at different areas. So, like this, we have this camera and OBS audio. They're both really bad audio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlink this OBS from this. I'm also going to unlink this camera from its camera audio. And instead, I'm going to link all of these together. So now I have this one clip of all my audio, or my video matched with my audio at the same spot. So when you watch me talk, you can watch the video. I'll clap at the same time that the clap goes off. So you won't have that kind of old movie feel where it's like the person's talking on the screen and there's no audio. So since we synchronized it, it's at the same point. The audio is matched with this video clip, but now I don't have all that extra audio. So that's what you can do for when you're working with audio that was recorded at the same time. So if you record camera and H6 audio at the same time. Now, I'll bring in this other audio. You can see, obviously, it's not from the same recording because this is 6 minutes long and this is only about 3 minutes long. So, let's say that these were the same, these were two different musical parts, like I sang this part and I sang this part. You can try to say this is the start of it. You can try to match them off. And you can just zoom in and go little by little. You can't use but yeah, you can just kind of match it up little by little. If you actually zoom in super far, you'll see this is each a frame. So frame, 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 frame. So you can see that these audio clips, this just needs to go one frame. God dang it. Yeah. So these don't quite line up. But, so if these were a musical part, and this was like a bass guitar, and this was the regular guitar, this is how you can match it up. You could also, so each of these, I'm thinking of a specific project, but if you have 4 different audio parts linked with their own videos, you can match the clips. So you're going to have a camera, you're going to have a camera audio and a H6 audio. So then you'll take those two and you'll make sure that those two match, that the audio matches with the right video. Then you'll link that audio to the video. So these two right here, I'm going to delete this top one. But so I linked up this OBS video and this audio. And so I know those two go to, I know those two go together. They're supposed to be at that point. And notice if you're trying to move it, they get shortened and lengthened together. So if you want to make them the same length, you have to unlink them and then relink them. But so they're still matched up. I just got rid of the little buffer because you're going to have to start recording one before the other. It's impossible to start recording the H6 and the camera at the same time. But once you have say this is a camera audio or this is a camera video and you match it with your audio now what you need to do, fix my microphone, is you have this other video or this other audio that's, for ease, I'll just take this. You have this other video now that's linked with its own audio. But you want both audios to be playing at the same time, and that's totally fine. But you're going to have to manually find where the start is. So that, so you can match them up. Because even if you clapped at the beginning of this one and the beginning of this one, that doesn't mean the clap is at the same time that you started started singing or started playing. So this one, maybe you clapped and it took 10 seconds to start playing. This one, maybe you clapped, started playing, and then messed up, and then you didn't want to restart the whole video, so you just started recording halfway through. You're going to have to go to that halfway point and match it with where you started singing slash playing in this video, or in this, yeah. So each of these videos are independent of each other. They both have their own start times, but you'll need, what's my mouse doing? Yeah, you'll just need to manually line them up and say, okay, I started at about this time. If you get, as long as the audio is matched with the camera, then when you look at this, you'll see that, oh yeah, that person is talking at the same time that he's doing that. I have all these words and I'm talking at the same time. You can see in this clip. But if you have your, I'm just rambling now, but if you have this video that is of you talking in one, or singing one part, and this video is of you singing another part, you'll have to match them up manually. You can't use that clap because of the difference in clappings and the different takes and stuff like that. But it shouldn't be too off, as long as you look really close and you're like, okay, this part of the song starts with this part, so just move that. And hey, look, now it's starting at the same time, and it'll go. So that's all you really have to do for that. That's how you match up the audio, and that's how you that's how you would do multiple videos. Is you just click on the video you want, move it around, put it in the corner, put the other one in the corner, bigger. You can even overlap them a little bit if you want, like you want this one bigger. If you wanted to do like kind of, so I'm on this video clip right here. If I wanted it to say start here, so if I click these little time, this is doing motion in it. So if I want to do like, okay, this will start here, and then I can go further down, so say like a minute, and then move this. I want this to move towards the corner and get smaller. It's slowing down because this is a lot of processing power for my computer. But so now you'll see it added these other two bullet points right here. So now when you watch this, you'll see it hit this bullet point. Okay. But you'll see it hit the bullet point and then slowly start to move down to there. And then boom. So if you wanted to have like one part highlighted for a little bit, you could kind of add that cut to it. You can also say you wanted it to be like a quick jump. So I'll delete these. Just highlight and then press the delete key. You can turn this off too by clicking on that again. But say I wanted it to be like a fast cut. What I can do is do the cut, the razor tool, cut it there. My mouse is all messed up. It's not showing the right tool as I have it. It's okay. It just looks weird. So now this film is at this size right here. But when I go to this one, it's technically at the same size, but since they're technically different films, I can move it now. So now it'll start here, and then right at this point, I'm talking, cut, and then it'll go to a different spot. So you can have that, you'd have like 2 frames move, so I could cut at the same point. I don't know if I actually hit the same point, but so then I can move this one. Whoops, just cut that again. So I can move this one and say, hey, I want you to jump to this side. So now Wait. This one, sorry. So now I want you to jump over there. So now when we watch this, on this side, it's right here, and then it makes that jump. So if you wanted to switch parts or switch to just a full screen or whatever, you can start together and then flip it apart. So then that's all I'll talk about for that question. If you have more that you need answered for that, just let me know. I'm not going to save this. But yeah, and if y'all have any other questions, just feel free to leave them in the chat. I'll only be on for a little bit longer because it's kind of late, but feel free to let me know. Hi, yes. Sorry, I just saw your chat now. Questions can be about ITA in general. I'll try to answer them as best as I can, but yeah, I can try to answer them, but I won't always know. Okay. So for spring conference, you will be presenting your phase 3. So what happens is you won't be able to get feedback on your phase 3. So since you'll be with all of the seniors, it kind of sucks because you'll be missing a lot of feedback. Yeah. So you'll be missing out on feedback basically. But the good thing to like recuperate on that is because obviously things like equipment get in the way. What you can do is just make sure that your website is as polished as possible. So make sure that the phase 1 is set up, the phase 2 is set up, you got your contact and your resume page set up nice, your home page is set up nice. You can navigate through everything nicely because then once you're presenting it, you can get feedback on all of that stuff, and the only thing you'll have to worry about is throwing your phase 3 in there. But as long as you have something in there for your phase 3, you'll be able to talk about it a little bit and say, this is what I'm doing, this is how it's going. So it's not the end of the world if you don't have your phase 3 done, but you do miss out on a little bit of feedback. So we would really like you to have it done. Um, does that answer the question? Okay, great. Um, Also, Myrna, I just went through a tutorial on how to do um, uh, the different stuff in Premiere, so you can see that. Um, if you have any other questions, let me know, and I can go through it. You should be able to scrub back in the video and watch. If not, just let me know. Either way, it will be left up as a post video afterwards, after the fact. Uh, yeah, it's possible to Photoshop video. Um, you can actually bring videos straight into Photoshop. I'm pretty sure. Um, just like you do GIFs and stuff, and then you'll be able to like go frame by frame. Um, it's probably easier to do whatever you're trying to. It depends on what you're trying to do, but yeah, you can. I'm pretty sure. Just bring it into Photoshop, and then it'll be like you'll have to do frame by frame edits though. So if you recorded 60 frames per second, you'll have to do. If it's a 3-second video, you'll have to do 180 frames of photoshopping. So whatever it is, it might be easier just to do it in Premiere and add like the video. Otherwise, you can also do like After Effects, and then you can do things like zombify people and stuff like that. Um, I don't know exactly how to do that, but there's definitely tutorials on Lynda and stuff. You're able to, you should be able to scrub back in the video and you can still see the answer. Otherwise it'll be up post the live stream being over. that's great to hear. Sorry for the rambling at the end of that. But I'm gonna head off now. This video will still be up, so if you need to refresh, you can take a look at it again. I hope you all have a good night, and I will see you at spring conference bright and early on Friday morning, I think. Yeah. Okay.